Hi Simon, welcome to Disreale. Tell me more about yourself. What series are you here with?
My name is Simon, I'm a film director from Switzerland, and today I'm here with the international premiere of Game Over, The Fall of Credit Suisse. Game Over is a story about Credit Suisse. Credit Suisse is a very old, respected Swiss bank who spectacularly went down like 2 or 3 years ago. And I was asked to do a series about it. It's a bad decision for a documentary maker to make a series about rich people because they never want to talk, right? But anyway, we did it, and we went back to the 70s to find the root of why Credit Suisse went downhill.
I think many people believe that financial topics are boring. What makes your series interesting?
I completely agree, financial topics are boring. But at the end of the day, if you look behind the numbers, it's a story about human. It's a story about greed, about competition, about wanting more, whatever the consequences. So you learn about, like, this is more like a crime thriller situation. You learn like how Credit Suisse fucked over a whole country, Mozambique, how they went greedier and greedier with their bonus system, and how they endangered our whole economy in Europe.
And now from the director's point of view, what was your approach, or what was the biggest challenge in making that series?
So one of the big challenges, if you talk about very rich people doing bad stuff, it's very hard to get them in front of the camera. I was able to do a lot of like background, like off-camera conversations with them, but very few of them had the balls to step in front of the camera. So by crafting the narrative for 3 hours, right? It's a 4-part series. We discovered that the victims of their wrongdoings are way more open to talk about what happened actually, even though some of them are now incarcerated.
Did you have any troubles in accessing reliable information, or the confidential materials?
Yeah, so I was very fortunate to work with a very famous journalist from Switzerland who was digging into the topic since decades. So he had a lot of good contacts, a lot of secret documents, right? Those who are not supposed to be shown. And this was a wonderful way in. Like, without that, I guess the project would have gone 3 or 4 years longer.
How do you strike a balance between dramatizing and documenting such a complicated and also kind of boring topic?
That's a beautiful question. Because my job as a director is to entertain, right? I do not feel affiliated with this kind of intellectual cinema who think it's okay to bore people, right? We're in the era of Netflix. We want to be entertained. So the challenge is find the best story, find the people who are actually relatable in telling them, and make an awesome edit.
How did the financial world respond to your series? Because it already came out in Switzerland, right? Or it was shown in Switzerland. Yeah.
In Switzerland, we already made a cinematic release, not the series yet, but like a cinema version, which was tremendously successful, like for Switzerland, for a documentary with already 50,000 attendees. So very, very, very fortunate about that. The financial world itself responded very positive. So I got a lot of letters, even from CEOs of other banks, congratulating me on this, because I feel like for a lot of bankers, there is a sense of, this is Credit Suisse, but that's not us, right? I would never do something like what they did. So yeah, it was very well received.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to that. I'm sure it's very nice to hear such a positive feedback. What was your biggest learning from this project?
I guess my biggest learning was about my own naivete. So I assume I was somewhat naive, that I thought, well, at the end of the day, people are decent, right? So if a person has this high-paid job, they would never do such and such bad things, right? And I guess I'm just I'm just very naive. Yeah. So I like what greed can do to people who are already rich, who have a huge salary. I guess people can just never get enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure this is a beautiful learning for all of us who are going to watch your series. And also, congratulations to your international premiere. Are you excited about watching it tonight in the cinema?
Very much, yeah. Oh, yes.
Well, I'm sure the people are going to love it. And I can't wait to see it in the German cinemas now. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you for your time. Enjoy.
Thank you.